Hey guys, Tang with FAF Airsoft here, and today we are doing another episode of Mail Call with FAF Airsoft. I'm outside here, so a little bit of change in scenery. Hey guys, Tang here with FAF Airsoft, and today we're going to do another mail call. This is a small series I'm doing where I take your questions and comments from our social media such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that, and also in our emails and phone calls, and then try to answer that for you guys and for everyone else to listen in on. First question we got, and we get this quite a bit. Can you put airsoft accessories on real steel? I suppose you could on some accessories like maybe grips, but something that has a serious function like a rail system, probably not. Reason I say that is a lot of airsoft grade stuff is made for a lower cost for a reason. And while some of them can be expensive, approaching that of a real steel manufactured rail system, for example, you got to remember these are toy factories essentially making it out of a lower grade material versus a manufacturer for firearms parts that's going to use higher grade materials, T6 aluminum, that kind of stuff, as opposed to a pot metal. Not only that, but it's also tested and rated for firearms use. If you use something like the rail system and how the barrel is mounted to the receiver and so on, you're putting a lot of pressure from a live round through all those components, and it's very dangerous. So no one in their right mind will tell you to go ahead and do that. Anything relating to the barrel, bolt system, things like that, they're just not made for it. So the next one's a series of comments and feedback we've gotten on mystery boxes as of late, and they all kind of revolve around the same theme, so I'll try to lump them all together. So one person, this was called in, I think, after they got their mystery box. They said they didn't get anything they wanted. And then as I looked into it more as far as the order goes, the order comments were, I don't want any M4s, AKs, shotguns, snipers, or pistols. To be honest, that gives us very little to work with. Now on the flip side, here's another good one. This other customer said they didn't get anything they wanted either. They were a CQB player. Why didn't they get something that was useful for CQB? Then looking on the order comments, they didn't leave anything for us. So that's kind of putting us in a rough spot to have to guess where you play and what kind of gear you might need. So it'd be helpful if you take advantage of the comment feature and then put something in. And here's one from Mike Mustang. He was commenting on our last mail call saying that he got one from his mystery box, and we didn't read his comments. I did look into it for him just so we can address that, see if we can arrive at a better outcome. I won't put his order on blast, but he did get an accessory pack, and he asked for things like attachments for his M4, such as a Lancer, red dot sight, tracer, foregrip, suppressor, or something for a sniper rifle. We did give one of those 4 items, although to be honest, for an accessory pack, what you're asking for, it has to be reasonable for one. You know, a lot of those items actually cost 30, 40, 50 bucks. And we have to kind of strike a balance between giving you a good variety of stuff for a good low price and give you your money's worth, or we give you one item. And you know, we found that the latter approach didn't work so well in a good number of scenarios, and people actually just wanted some variety. This is a very tricky situation. I'm sorry you weren't happy with it initially. Hopefully, you know, if you get a more expensive box, we can hook you up with something like that. But that brings us to the important point about the order comment section on our mystery boxes. You got to understand the mystery boxes are not for everyone. There's not a one-stop solution for everyone to get everything they want. It's more for those who, and we'll say it again and again, just so it kind of resonates better. It's not for beginners who are looking for a complete starter kit setup. That's what the starter kit's for. This is more like if you have some money to burn and you want to get a gift for someone or for yourself, want a little bit of variety, and you just like surprises. Our whole thing is we're not promising anything crazy. We promise strictly on dollar value. If we're short of that, reach out to us and give us a chance to work that out for you before you go postal on us. But I'm just trying to curb your expectations so that you know what you're getting into. We're not out to make a quick buck on empty promises like, oh, you can win this tier prize, or we have so many of these guns going out. That's not our system, at least not for the foreseeable future. Ours is more based on value. Everyone's mystery box is going to be different. It's not a new concept, but this is where we want to differentiate ourselves from the rest. Here comes that bee again. This next comment is from Skeeter on YouTube. This one came about from our what's the biggest thing keeping our sport from growing community post from earlier, and he had some feedback because I mentioned Ballahack. I feel like if other fields followed the example Ballahack, the sport would grow so much more. If other fields did custom events like Rev, I think so many people would be attracted to Airsoft. Interesting feedback there. I think it's cool that when you do have variety, that you can mix it up and make Airsoft very interesting to outsiders and newcomers for sure. I think it's very important that if there is an event that someone's putting together, it's usually someone from your community who wants to take that initiative and put forth an event to bring out the community. So very important that you support them. And if it's not a great event, you know, be sure to give them feedback so they can do better. Flight paths. Now I know why I don't film outside more often. So it's very important to support what local events do come up. Some of them, if the event runners don't take feedback or anything like that, probably let them run their course and disappear. But the people who really want to try and bring the community together by holding events and taking that kind of feedback, I think you guys should go out of your way to support them so that more can happen. As far as fields go, you know, not every field is set up like Ballahack. FAF, for example, our field is very unique in that it's probably geared more towards casual, if I'm being honest, because of the way we rotate the fields in games. You can't really run milsim events too well, though we've wanted to, or I want to, but that's just some of the challenges. That and the administrative side, it's very difficult to run certain types of formats of events just based on manpower and the amount of props and things involved. So, you know, one scenario would be someone at FAF asked for like a basically NPC actors to come and play some scenarios and act out some storyline for our local field. But for in a casual setting where we have a lot of newcomers, that might be very confusing. Number two is very hard to get everyone on board for a field that's not set up that way. So, you know, most people might ignore the objective entirely and just turn it into team deathmatch. Three is sometimes those very unique special snowflake objectives only benefit a few people and a lot of people are left out in the loop. So, you know, that's why it's not always going to be possible on certain fields, at least for ours. Want to derail for a second just to talk about the whole why I'm doing the mail call for the moment. I'm asking you as a favor to be sure to comment, like, and subscribe and all that stuff. You know, through Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, they're very anti-gun and by association anti-airsoft. So it's very difficult to advertise Fox Airsoft and what we do, get our videos out there and get our content out there. Cheater content is very easy because a lot of people interact and share those things. But in order for us to accomplish our mission and share good content, it's important that we get you on board with sharing our content, liking and commenting. Those interactions really boost us in the algorithm. That's what we're working against, to allow us to be seen by you. The reason why channels out there that you might like that have good informative content don't get the spotlight that they deserve as opposed to cheater videos just purely on interactions. At least that's my speculation. So if you can help us out, even if it's to post if you're first to comment or something like that, that would greatly help us out and help us boost our channel. Next one was a response on my video on how to clean your gas blowback, the CZ being the demo gun for that. All right, Max says, sorry, did you say oil the hop up? Silicone oil shouldn't be anywhere near the hop up or inner barrel. A light coating of oil will mess with the hop up and inner barrel performance and can potentially cause your rubber to swell and become permanently damaged. If you're gonna clean the inner barrel, use a small alcohol cloth if anything, and also don't use lint generating items like tissues or Q-tips if possible. Okay, first off, let me offer some input on that. Silicone oil should be there to lubricate the rubber to keep it from getting hard. It should not swell up the rubber, so I think this person's incorrect in that aspect. Now, what could swell up the rubber is things like propane, environmental issues like from being in the hot or cold a lot. So you do have to get on top of that or change the bucking more often as a result. A light coating of oil will mess with the hop up and inner barrel performance. I agree, and that's why in the video I said, be sure to, on the final pass, run a dry cloth and clean out that excess. You don't want to trap dirt and oil in the barrel, and you don't want to pool the silicone oil accumulated on the hop up bucking itself, because yes, that can cause issues as far as accuracy goes. If you're going to clean the barrel, use alcohol cloth. That's a nice step, but I would be cautious about letting that alcohol touch the hop up rubber. You'll dry that out because the hop up rubber will react very poorly to alcohol. It'll be clean for sure, but you don't want dry rubber inside your barrel assembly. And it's very easy to do if it's all done together in one pass. You'd probably be better off taking it apart and using the alcohol and cleaning the barrel individually and assembling again, which is a lot of work for a lot of people, it seems. So we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. I don't think that's applicable. And don't use lint generating items like tissues or Q-tips. Yeah, don't use, I'll say that's fine. I just use paper towels as quick and dirty, but I always inspect the barrel to make sure it doesn't have fuzzies anyways. You should always inspect the barrel after you clean it. Obviously not in a loaded gun, of course. Comment from our ICS MMR video. Quick change springs should be standard across all brands. Yes, by now it's 2021. Why aren't some manufacturers still doing this? I'm looking at a couple of brands, including Echo One, my alma mater. They should absolutely all by now come with some way to quick change it. I'm tired of opening up gearboxes for a simple spring swap just to make sure we're legal for our field. I've been trying to film the outro for the last 20 minutes, but everything's making noise. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get it short so I can get done with this video already. Once again, if you didn't know, we don't make any money off of our YouTube channel. Our revenue and support from FAF Airsoft comes directly from people purchasing at our physical store, visiting our field, or purchasing from our website. So if you like what we do and the content we provide, all I ask is that you subscribe and comment and all that good stuff, and also try to purchase from us if you can. That really helps us out and gives me a reason to keep doing this. All right, that's my time for today. Appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next video.